I'm hungry.
Judas actually started as a 5-minute project. It was supposed to be a 5-minute script that I've written on when I was a student on a film course. I never made it because even then it felt like it was basically the protagonist, Michael, who brings a girl home, and then you see this creepy hand on her body as well, and it turns out that there's a vampire in the room and he kills her, and end of film. So it was supposed to be a short about a romantic get-together turned ugly. It's clearly grown, and I could feel constraints because I wanted to add so much stuff to it. Because and then we could have this scene and that scene, and there could be this other vampire also, and it just grew in my head over time. So when I ordered the V20 book through V20 Europe and met Donne and Lorenzo this way, they saw this signature at the bottom of my email with my latest film, which was I Chop You, which had a giant butcher's cleaver going through a heart, because it was a romantic comedy with butchers. So they wrote me and asked about my filmmaking, and I said that yes, I do make films, I'm a director, and then they asked if I would be interested in making a vampire themed series, and I said hell yes. So months later, after we tried to get the license and failed, and after we decided to create our own world, and we built it and expanded it and made it into a proper mini web series, it took ages to grow. It wasn't like a sudden flash of inspiration. It took years to mature in my head. Then there was this Donne and Lorenzo. Don Lorenzo entered my life, and that was just a spark that ignited this powder keg that was slowly accumulating. Inevitably, I believe that as we live, our experiences shape not just who we are and how we act and how we interact with the world, but also if we create ourselves, our experiences and our taste informs what we create. So inevitably, I never hid the fact that I am a big fan of the World of Darkness. So when I started making a vampire web series, it inevitably was influenced by my love of the World of Darkness setting. It draws on other settings as well. I mean, you can find parallels with True Blood, Underworld, The Right One In, even on Double Percept Alive. I mean, the vampire mythos is very, very wide, and I love many films within that scope. So inevitably, they all inform it in some way. I mean, people say it's escapism, the games, not just World of Darkness. I mean, computer games, movies. I mean, they say it's escapism, and it's right in a sense. It is something. There is something escapist about jumping out of your own skin, but and entering a different reality. Because when you read a book, when you watch a movie, you enter a different reality, and I like to compare it to travel. I think travel is also a form of escapism. When you go for holidays to an exotic island or to Siberia, on a trans-Siberian journey on a train, you're changing your environment. You're jumping out of your normal skin and entering a new world that's governed by new rules. That's where people speak a weird language that you possibly don't even understand. And it's the same form of escapism. And then you come back to your real life, and you're richer for the experience. Your horizons have broadened by all the experiences that you've otherwise wouldn't have been able to live through.